sound of sex right here. The sound of sex. The guy's like, not bad, not bad. I am old, but it's not bad. What up, guys? 6'4" honey and it's bitch, and I'm here to talk about my my shitty experience with the dealership that I bought my bike from, and it's a shame because the bike's beautiful, the dealership not so much. So it all started with me obviously trying to upgrade from a 250. Sorry if I cough or have the sniffles. I'm still a little bit sick. Let's just close this for a sec. So it all started with my 250. I'm trying to upgrade to a 600. Okay, I have decided to go with a 600 RR, CBR 600 RR, and I'm looking for prices of the bike and all that good stuff. So, you know, I'm going on Kijiji, which is some Canadian site. I don't know if Americans have it or in Europe or anywhere. But Kijiji's basically like Craigslist. I'm looking, I'm seeing bikes from private sellers. So I run into this one ad, two ads, three ads on Kijiji by private sellers. They're like almost all sketchy. I have one of the videos up on you know, the experience with the sketchy dude. Ooh, Audi, very nice. Anyways, the story with this one, I'm going to Kijiji. I see a price for I see a bunch of 600 RRs at this dealership, and they're all decently priced. There's 2013s, there's a 2009, and all that good stuff, and all that bullshit. So, you know, I'm looking at the prices, and this puppy right here, she was listed for $7,900. Compared to all the other prices, I'm like, even with tax, you know, it's a decent bike. It has under 4,000 kilometers, which is like, what, 2,300 miles or some shit like that. So that's not even bad. So me and my girlfriend go and decide to check it out. So we go check it out. You know, dude's all friendly. What's up? Shakes my hand, introduces me to the manager or whatever, the owner of the dealership. It's a smaller dealership. It's not like Honda or Kawasaki or anything. And we go from there. You know, I look at bikes. There's 2013s for around $10,000 plus tax. Then I see, me and my girlfriend see this 2009 bike. This one, it's still under 4,000 kilometers, and it's listed for $7,900. And I'm like, shit, that's all right. So, you know, I start looking at the bike, and I tell the guy, yo, I'm interested in this bike. I'm just gonna look around and, you know, think about it, and I'll let you know. So when it comes to bikes and when it comes to buying anything, I'm really picky, and I'm really, I look at this shit for, I looked at this bike for like an hour, just, you know, just looking at it, because I want to make sure everything is good. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes looking at a bike, buy it, and then go home and be like, what the fuck is this shit, right? And that's how you should do it too. And, but the guy was, you know, getting a little impatient, and he's like, so, what do you think about it? 20 minutes later, so, what do you think about it? I'm like, I'm still looking at it, man. Let me talk to my girlfriend. We'll let you know. So that happens, whatever. And then, you know, I think about it, and I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, you know, this is a pretty good bike. I like how it looks, so let's talk. So we talk. The guy sits me down, you know, looks at the computer with me, goes on the Kijiji price, or on the Kijiji website goes on the Kijiji website with me to compare it to other dealerships and other prices, and obviously, like, the price was decent. It wasn't as bad as other ones. Other ones were a couple $100 higher. Some dealerships were $1,000 higher. So we're looking at that shit, and then he goes down to his ad, and it says $7,900. I'm like, yeah, that's the one. He's like, oh, well, did you look at that? Because the bike listed at the dealership wasn't $7,900. It was listed $7,300. So with that being said, the guy's like, look, oh, you just made, what is it, like $500 off right there, because it's listed $7,300 here. And in my head, I'm just like, you know what, that sounds fucking fishy. I bet you say $7,900 at Kijiji, people come in, it says $7,300, and then there you go, there's a deal right there, so buy it. So with that being said, we started looking at numbers, and they came up with the price out the door, everything included, from the dealership out the door. They said $8,000. Okay, $8,000. So I'm like, fuck yeah, good. So I brought $500 as a deposit to show them that I'm serious about it, and they put the bike on hold for the next day. And I came back with my dad just to show him, and you know, he's older and he's more wise than me, so maybe he'll point some stuff out that I didn't notice, right? So he came with me after the $500 deposit the previous day, and you know, I went to check for the toolbox in the back seat. There was no toolbox, so I was like, yo, can you put a toolbox in there? He's like, you ask and you shall receive. He puts the toolbox in there, and that's that. We're cool. I was messing around with this left fairing, and the left fairing that covers the engine or whatever, one of the bolts is missing. So I'm like, yo, can you tighten this bolt before I buy the bike, because you know it's loose. Yeah, no problem, no problem. All right, I'm cool with that. This is not a big deal. What else? There was the license plate bracket. It's on the side of the bike, and I believe in Ontario it's illegal to have it on the side of the bike. So I asked the dude, yo, can you make, like, it has to be street legal to ride, and they have to be street legal to sell, right? So the guy tells me, yeah, sure. Let me just open this real quick. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll make a bracket under the exhaust, and we'll go from there. I'm like, holy fuck, man, you guys are really cool. Like, you're going with me, you're agreeing to my shit. You know, it sounds like a good deal. It sounds like a good business. Sounds like a good place to do business at. You know, obviously they said the bike's gonna be safetied and all that good stuff. So whatever. You know, I signed the papers for $8,000 out the door. I got 8.9% interest rate at the place where I got my loan at. And little did I know, after I signed the papers, I went to sign papers at the loan place the next day, and they had some $900 mandatory package. It's like called the driver safe package. Without it, I can't get the loan. And I was so fucking pissed. I was so freaking pissed about that. But you know, I wanted the bike so bad, and I should have called my girlfriend about it, because she's all about numbers. She works at a bank and shit, so she's cool with that. But I didn't, and I just signed the papers, so I just wasted another $900 right there. Okay, I'm like, whatever, $900. The guy said 2 weeks after, if you don't want that shit, you can 2 weeks after, if you don't want that shit, you can call us, request to cancel it, and we'll return it, but it has to be 2 weeks later. So, you know, I said, okay, fine, whatever. I signed that shit.